This video will cover the FBI's hostage rescue team. I'm Nicholas, and you're watching the Law Enforcement Agency Information Channel. The FBI Hostage Rescue Team, or FBI HRT for short, not to be mistaken with the FBI SWAT team, is the primary and elite tactical unit of the FBI and falls under the FBI's Critical Incident Response Group, or FBI CIRG for short. The FBI HRT is responsible for providing elite tactical assistance to the FBI upon times of need. They focus on supporting counterterrorism, counterintelligence, and other major FBI focuses through paramilitary styled operations. The FBI HRT conducts a wide range of duties every day, or conducts a wide range of operations every day. Some examples of what they do on a day-to-day basis include raiding the houses of highly wanted FBI suspects, especially those charged with national security threats such as terrorism, rescuing the hostages and taking out the perpetrators of major FBI hostage situations, assisting fellow law enforcement and military tactical units, including the U.S. Navy SEALs, U.S. Army Delta Force, U.S. Marshal Service Special Operations Group, U.S. Capitol Police Containment and Emergency Response Team, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives Special Response Team, and the DEA FAST Team when they were active, basically in conducting operations, joint operations, exercises, and activities. Sorry, my computer was shut off there. Lastly, assisting the U.S. Department of the Energy. I forgot the specific agency within the U.S. Department of the Energy, but assisting the U.S. Department of the Energy in basically protecting nuclear weapons high-risk nuclear weapons being transported. They especially protect nuclear weapons being transported across interstate lines, as that is when things start to get dangerous. Aside from this is their primary responsibilities. Additionally, they are also known to provide security to large events, especially those that could be a potential threat for terrorism. In fact, events listed as a potential threat for terrorism are typically flagged by the National Special Security Events, which is what the FBI HRT uses to determine whether to respond and protect that event or not. Some examples of large major events that they've been seen protecting or operating at in the past include the Super Bowl, NATO conferences / General Assemblies, Olympic Games, presidential inaugurations, and etc. They are one of the biggest SWAT teams in the U.S., or they are one of the best. And again, there is no way to tell whether a SWAT team is considered the best, but because of their training and well-known tactics and operations they've conducted in the past, they are generally considered one of the best SWAT teams in the U.S. Sorry, my computer was shut off there. And without a doubt, in federal law enforcement, that is without a doubt. They have been involved in multiple operations throughout the past. They are a very big deal. They are known for many things. They've conducted multiple operations in the past. That is part of the reason for their famousness, but it is also especially because they train along with the U.S. Navy SEALs, who, for those who don't know, is like one of the most elite military tactical units in the world. Additionally, they're also known for their quick responses. They are capable of responding to any call within the U.S., including its territories, in less than 4 hours. Which, to put that in perspective, a flight from Portland, Maine, to Seattle, Washington, is typically 7 hours. It is typically 7 hours and 10 minutes, and that's crazy to think that the FBI HRT has to respond in a shorter amount of time. So yeah, that's really it for their overall thing. Although I will bring up that when it comes to their mission, their motto is I forgot. Their motto is to save lives, but in Latin. I don't speak Latin, so I don't really know what that is. But aside from that, when it comes to their mission statement, they don't really have a per mission statement, but again, their motto to save lives kind of corresponds with that. Sorry, my computer was shut off there. Because their everyday duties really involve saving lives. They have been deployed domestically and internationally. So, yeah. The FBI HRT was founded in 1982 by William H. Webster, who at the time served as the director of the FBI. Webster founded the FBI HRT as the primary elite tactical unit of the FBI, charged with conducting high-risk operations for which regular regional FBI SWAT teams simply weren't equipped or trained to handle or conduct. These operations often required the use of law enforcement and therefore couldn't solely be handled by the military. They were founded. Webster founded the FBI HRT primarily focused on combating terrorism. However, gradually over the years, their focuses expanded, just like how the FBI's focuses expanded. And gradually, their focuses expanded to counterintelligence, counter assault, and nowadays much more. Some examples of operations they've conducted in the past include the hunt for the Boston Marathon bombers, the 2013 Alabama bunker hostage crisis, the 2014 Pennsylvania State Police barracks attack, the Ruby Ridge incident, the Waco siege. Sorry, my computer almost shut off there. And the Olympic Games. So yeah. The FBI HRT and FBI SWAT are two very similar but distinct roles within the FBI. The FBI HRT, on one hand, is the primary and elite tactical unit of the FBI that focuses on counterterrorism, counter-assault, counterintelligence, and national security through paramilitary-styled operations. They operate directly under the authority of the FBI, and therefore may only deploy under the authority of the FBI's director, who, for those who don't know, is the head of the FBI. The FBI SWAT, on the other hand, is a group of regular regional SWAT teams that focus on providing general tactical assistance to the FBI upon times of need. They operate under the authority of an FBI field office, and therefore may only be deployed under the authority of their of the head of their field office, which is generally the a special agent in charge. So in summary, the main difference is their scope of it's mainly the main difference is that the FBI HRT is much more elite and the FBI SWAT is much more regular. It's much more rare to see the FBI HRT being deployed and to see the FBI SWAT being deployed. And part of the reasons for that is, as I mentioned earlier, the FBI HRT must get the direct authority of the FBI's director, whereas the FBI SWAT just needs the authority of an FBI special agent in charge. Sorry, my computer almost shut off there. And I don't know if you know, but it is generally much easier to get it's generally much easier to get an approval from an FBI special agent in charge than it is to get an approval from the FBI's director. That's really it for the FBI SWAT. That's really it for their comparison. Yeah. FBI HRT operators train for approximately 30 to 40 weeks at the New Operators Training School, which is located at the FBI Academy in Quantico, Virginia, which also happens to be the FBI HRT's headquarters. They are trained in a variety of tactics, including fast roping, skydiving, diving, parachuting, ice and rock climbing, shooting and breaching, search and rescue, and photography and intelligence gathering, film photography and intelligence gathering, that area. Additionally, this is just what all FBI HRT operators go through. You may go through additional training, or you may be trained in other exercises, additional other exercises, depending upon the specific position you apply to within the FBI HRT. For example, you might be also trained in, let's say, sniping, advanced sniping, advanced CPR, advanced driving, etc. It basically depends upon what position you apply to. I do want to point out that the FBI HRT training is rigorous and is a good academy, but it has its flaws. They are known to lack communication training during their sorry, my computer almost shut off there. During their exercises. This was really proven after the Ruby Ridge incident, where basically the FBI HRT and U.S. Marshal Service and U.S. Marshals had basically been, they weren't communicating as well. They should have communicated much better. Their lack of communication led to multiple incidents during the Ruby Ridge incident. It led to multiple mistakes. They are, because of the lack of communication, I don't know the entire thing about the incident, but I do know that it really led to confusion among both law enforcement agencies about what was really going on. However, after the Ruby Ridge incident, they did increase their amount of training, communication training exercises. Of course, it's not fully improved, but they have improved. They have definitely improved. Part of the reason why they actually added communications to their training was because basically after the Ruby Ridge incident, the DOJ OIG conducted an investigation, and basically overall they changed the policies on FBI standards and how they should be training their special agents and operators. It is especially applied to the FBI HRT operators on scene. So basically, ever since they've been increasing their amount of training in communications. The requirements to becoming an FBI HRT operator are simply that number one, you must be an active special agent of the FBI, field special agent of the FBI, with at least 2 years of experience. And then number two, you must pass all training and requirements of the FBI HRT. So again, the main and real big thing here is you have to be a former or active. You have to be an active FBI special agent. If you are an active FBI special agent who has worked as an FBI special agent for over 2 years, then you should be good. Their training will be a bit of a step up from the general or regular FBI academy that special agents go through, but I believe all my viewers can do it if you're if you're joining or planning to. Anyways, that's really it for their training. FBI HRT operators, as I mentioned earlier, are capable of making arrests, issuing warrantless. They are capable of issuing warrantless arrests, carrying firearms, and carrying out warrants. Again, they have the same general powers, law enforcement powers, as an FBI special agent. They have jurisdiction, just like all of the FBI. They have jurisdiction throughout the United States, specifically in their case to combat terrorism and other national security threats explicitly when deployed. Yeah. The FBI HRT reports to the FBI Assistant Director for critical incident response, who reports to the Executive Assistant Director, FBI Executive Assistant Director, for criminal cyber response and services, who reports to the Deputy Director of the FBI, who reports to the Director of the FBI, who reports to the Attorney General of the United States, who reports to the President of the United States. The FBI HRT is broken down into tactical teams and support units. Despite being named, teams and units, they are actually subunits together. These subunits include the blue team, gray team, yellow team, silver team, tactical mobility unit, tactical helicopter unit, intelligence, logistics, and communications unit. The FBI HRT works with multiple law enforcement, paramilitary, and military tactical units. Some including the CIA Special Operations Center, the U.S. Navy SEALs, U.S. Army Rangers, U.S. Army Delta Force, U.S. Marine Corps Raiders, or U.S. Marine Raiders. The let's see, the LAPD SWAT. I'm trying to think of others. The U.S. Marshals Service Special Operations Group. The ATF Special Response Team, and even the FBI SWAT team. That too. They also work with agency. They also work with components within their agency, and then the others, including the DEA FAST team, or actually at least when they were active. I keep forgetting they don't exist anymore. The DEA FAST team was basically a SWAT team, or a tactical unit of the DEA that focused on supporting foreign operations. I believe they were made or created due to a specific event I forgot, but they were recently abolished. They basically a lot of their operations involved foreign operations, especially in Afghanistan and other areas. Which is part of the reason why they trained with the FBI HRT. Again, a lot of their operations are similar. But anyways, I'm getting off track. Sorry, my computer must shut off there. They also, if you're looking for a specific example, they'll typically work with the U.S. Marshal Service Special Operations Group when carrying out warrants on highly wanted federal fugitives. They'll also very often work with the U.S. Navy SEALs when conducting joint training exercises. If you're looking for an actual real example, they've worked with the U.S. Capitol Police, specifically its containment and emergency response team upon the U.S. Capitol attacks, or January 6 attacks. In fact, actually, ever since the Capitol attacks, they've really increased their collaboration with the U.S. Capitol Police Containment Emergency Response Team. Nowadays, they conduct much more training exercises and joint activities than they did back then. That's really it for their collaboration. That's really it for their collaboration and for the end of the video. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. Sorry I haven't posted that many videos in a while. I've been caught up on schoolwork. My school just started, so it's been a bit of a workload for me. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Yeah.